Peace and Black Power family. Welcome to another episode of Do Knowledge Radio, place where knowledge is born. This is your host, Knowledge Born Alive. And we got royalty in the building. We got a rhyme slayer. You understand what I'm saying? When I say a rhyme slayer, we got a mic killer. You understand? We got a people uplifter. We got a motivator. We got an inspirator. We got an instigator up in here. You understand what I'm saying? Let's put our hands together and welcome the lyrical alchemist in the building, the professor, the rhyme wrecker, the mic checker, the fabulous, multi-talented, multi-layered Professor Lyric Jones.
Thank you for the sway-like introduction. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Not the sway-like introduction. I ain't on sway level. You know what I'm saying? Not yet. Yeah, I'm working on it though. Welcome to the show. I'm honored to have you in my virtual presence. You understand what I'm saying?
Thanks for having me.
First of all,
I've been good. You said how have I been, right? Sorry, it's a little bit of a latency.
Okay. Yes. How have you been with everything going on in the world?
Dropping this album this week has kind of removed me from reality for a little bit. But shit's about to get real again come Tuesday with the election and everything. But it's been a roller coaster of a year. I mean, I can't lie about that. But it feels good to put a new body of work out and be part of everybody being able to just remove themselves from the drama for a moment and just enjoy some good music. So I'm in a good space of just back in music mode because it's been a slow year. It's been a confusing year. It's been a woe is me. What am I going to do next year? So this is a good shift that I needed, and I'm sure a few other people did too.
Now, this album is good for my soul. It's good for my spirit. It's good for my ears. It's good for my creative mind. It's good for my renaissance. It's good for my education. You understand what I'm saying? Like, there's so many layers that exist with this project. I think I listened to this project today like 57 times.
Oh, wow. You know? Well, thank you for the streams. Because I need those. So thank you for the 11 times on the press play.
Right.
That's good. That's what we aim for. Rewind factor. You know, I didn't do my job if Cass can't press rewind. I didn't do what I was supposed to do. So that's music to my ears to hear that. Thank you.
I hear the elevation. I hear the artistic, like that artistic quality. You know what I'm saying? Like to hear you sing, to hear you perform, to see so many facets of it. You know, what does it feel like for you? I know you're not new to this. I know you're definitely true to this. What does it feel like for you with this particular project in this particular time and space?
Well, I'm just hoping that people realize I'm not in a box. You know, I realized over the years, I've been in that just kind of straight boom bap space just because that's where I was at a point in time, or I was just singing hooks on people's stuff for a while, so people didn't even know I rapped. It would just be people weren't knowing I was doing one or the other, and I'd be scratching my head like I'm doing all of this all the time, whether it's concerts or my own projects. So I hope with the notability of this album, people will start to remove me from calling me a femcee or female rapper and all of that stuff, and keeping me in a box, because I've never been that. And I kind of just rolled with it because that was the world I was in. And I was, fairly successful with that. But now it's like, I just want to play in different sandboxes. And to be honest, hip hop is just not the nicest to us. So I just want to be able to expand and play in different fields like I want to. I'm a musician, you know, I'm a creative artist, and I'm not one dimensional. And it feels good to put out a body of work that shows the range, I will say.
And the range is definitely amazing.
Thank
Definitely
you.
amazing. You know, from start to finish, no skips. You
No
understand? Like you know how impossible that is. You know what I'm saying? Like you would have to go back to an era where you was most comfortable in like boom bap to hear something. Not everything that came out of that boom bap era was no skips, but no skips and food.
Right.
Like you see the layers, like it's no skips, it's food. Sonically, it sounds. It could put you in a meditative state. It could put you in a contemplative state. It could put you in a hip hop state. You grabbing your head like, oh, you understand what I'm saying? And it was like, wait a minute, like
Yeah.
that's my man from Little Brother. Like, where did that come from? You understand what I'm saying? So even showing range in regards to placement and the stories that you're telling on each track from a hip hop perspective, from a fan perspective, it's like, all right, so a man from Little Brother, and then Vic Mensa. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so that range right
Right.
there.
Exactly.
You
You get
understand what I'm saying? Like,
you
so I'm
feel
like,
me.
so yeah, yes. So I'm like, I'm loving it, and then it's like, wait, yo, I forgot she said, yo, I forgot, nah. No, she do everything. Like even an occasional DJ. So I just have to ask, real quick, like, like, how did that come about for you musically? Like,
There's turntables
how
back
did you?
here. Turntable
Look at that! Boom, got that in the joint.
set up.
Because when I saw that, I think the thing that had me put my hand over my heart the most was the NPR, the Tiny Desk concert when you had everything going on. You was like the one guy the show going on with the joints with the buttons and with the equipment with the singing right in the rhyme and then some motivational speaking and then right back into the joint. Like I was like I was like this. You understand what I'm saying? It was so many things. So how you get so talented? You understand what I'm saying? Like
I just worked at it, man. Like, it's gifts from God. And I would say I'm a student. I'm always a student. Um, I see that
I hear
missing a
that.
lot. I see that missing a lot in this era. And all my big homies, my mentors, they'll co-sign on that. I'm always just trying to learn and try new things. I guess that's the Gemini in me as well. We like to just do everything and touch everything and learn everything at once. But I'm just a student. I love to learn and I love to try things. And the gift and the curse of that is that when we're bored, we just don't touch it ever again. Like, to be honest with you, I haven't touched that TC Helicon that I did in the Tiny Desk since Tiny Desk. Like, that was like May. So it's like, all right, next thing, like it's just so many things going on. So um that really is it. It's just I study. I'm a student. I love hip hop. I love music in general. So I just want people to hear it, know it, feel it, and bring back paying homage again. That's where the talent comes from. I study my faves. So yeah, that's the foundation of lyric right there.
You said it, in the greatest way possible. You said it's the Gemini in me. We are Gemini, so you can understand. I understood it when you said you could just say, "Yo, I'm a Gemini." I'd be like, "Word." I
Are you
understand. Like,
Gemini
right?
too?
You understand? Yes.
When's your
June
birthday?
2nd.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm June 10th.
So I'm talking about. Okay. I understand that. I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hear the lessons too. I hear the lessons. I hear the not afraid to speak about what's going on and what
Hmm.
happened. You understand? And then the walk down memory lane. Like you don't get too many low end theory references in rhymes anymore. You understand what I'm saying? They're like, who a tribe, who, what? You understand what I'm saying? Like so even that range puts you in like a different range of musical creation. So how did you go from where you were to where you are, and also I'm very curious about the teaching aspect as well. What got you into this professorship, and giving back in that manner.
Yeah, well, I've had a lot of teachers in my life. Shouts out to Radar Ellis, who MC, who and DJ producer, who took me under his wing when I was about 14, 15 years old. And he was a student at the time at Berklee College of Music. So I've always, from like literally the genesis of my career, have had teachers like teaching me. Like, I didn't know who Dilla was. I didn't know about Jean Grey or any of that at 15, 16. I was listening to the radio, and to be honest, like it was starting to phase. The 90s radio was still okay, but by the time the early 2000s came around, I really didn't see a lot. Like, we started phasing out of that feel good music on the radio, like mainstream. So I wasn't privy to Slum Village like that, and just the people who are like my peers now. Like, I hit up T3 now. I didn't know who they were. And so Radar, again, shouts out to my big brother, like, was always teaching me and always showing me connecting the dots, and that's how impactful it was for me. Now all the things you're saying that you're hearing in my rhymes and the skill, like, that's where it started. Just me being a student of jazz, being a student of funk breaks and all of that. That's the genius of Radar, really just feeding that into me. So I think it was just a natural evolution. Now that I'm big sis to a few people now, like, people call me big sis and OG, and I'm like, what? Like, I was still a baby out here. So it just was a natural progression. And I want to shout out DJ Jedi. He reached out to me out here in LA saying they needed a hip hop instructor, a rap techniques instructor at Musicians Institute. And saw me as a perfect fit. I went and interviewed with them, told them a little bit about myself, and it was like an on the spot hire. So it's been a challenge because this generation doesn't really care about history of hip hop. Not like I did. And so I can't really relate because the moment I found out about things that I didn't know, I would be Googling, like, who's that person? Let me read the liner notes. That art is lost right now. So it's kind of difficult, like, giving people homework on rap. It's like, you should want to do this shit. So it's been interesting, but I love the fact that it's full circle. That's how I was taught, given some assignments and really breaking down certain aspects of hip hop and its evolution. And now that's where I'm at on so many levels. So I hope it translates to my students the more I teach.
So, moments or career highlights that stand out to you, because I want to ask about some shit. You know what I'm saying? I want to ask about something. I want to see, where you go with, in your own mind in regards to moments, defining moments in your career thus far.
Well, linking up with Fonte and doing this project was literally on my vision board to do something with him, anything. So to it turn into an album and it kind of be like his brainchild, like he thought of that idea, that was like way exceeding the dream that I had. So that is a highlight for me. Much love and respect to Fonte. Another highlight is Rah Digga bringing me out to Prague for Hip Hop Camp. That was the biggest audience I've ever performed for. And the amount of people that already knew who I was and were buying merch and fans, that is where I feel like I belonged. Like, it's like I need to be doing arenas like this all the time. So it gave me butterflies to be there because I can see that happening on a regular basis. And it can be kind of frustrating when it doesn't, because you've got a taste of something that you can't continuously get. It's like an addiction. But that was very much a highlight, to go overseas, and not only that, but be overseas with like my big sister and 60,000 people is like, what? Met Mos Def and Coogee Rap there, and it was just everything, so much. So I've had a lot of moments throughout my career, like a lot of meeting certain people and studio sessions, but I think those are the ones that kind of go back in my brain because I dreamed of those things specifically, and they came to fruition.
Well, I know that Gemini mind reached into my Gemini mind and was like, let me see. Bow. You know what I'm saying? That's that twinning right there. Because I was going to ask you about that because I'm from New York. You know, I grew up with Rah Digga and everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was
Yeah,
going to ask you about that. You know what I mean? As an artist, because she's an MC. You're an MC. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so the FMC is kind of cool, but you know, you don't come off as a FMC. You know, I don't even know what that is. You understand? To be honest,
yeah, I
but
don't either.
I love our sisters rhyming. You know, from MC Shot Rock on up. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so um, to share the stage, to share the company, to go rock that mic like you do, you know, in a space where they don't speak English. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and then to be up there teamed up with that cultural icon. You see what I'm saying? Um, you know, I definitely feel that because I know world travel is something, and world travel, you know, honestly, gave a light and a torchlight to hip hop and to keep it going, but to music overall, but most especially hip hop. You know, BB King and you know many of our cultural icons who are removed from our sight were touring overseas until they transition. You see what I'm saying? So you're never too old to travel overseas and tour. Like they will always have a spot in the space. They will always hold a space for music overall, you know, but that love for hip hop, you know, if you talk to Red, if you talk to Meth, if you talk to so many of those who have had success, you know, they say they make enough to keep on touring. You see what I'm saying? So in that space, in my mind, with you, I could envision that, you know what I'm saying? But how electric was that? You know, you said 60,000 people like going crazy over Lyric Jones for you. You understand what I'm
Dope.
saying?
It was very electric. It was super dope, and I want to go back. I want to be on stage again over there for sure.
So with these last few minutes, with everything that's been going on, like how adaptable have you been? Like I know you've been very vocal, you know, about the creators and creating with purpose. You know, what has this time shown you about yourself?
That I didn't know myself as much as I thought I did. That I'm more resilient than I thought. That I'm more. I can really persevere through anything. Um, and I got a lot of like I just realized who are a lot of loved ones who are really in my corner as well. So yeah, it showed me that I needed the discipline and the focus a little bit too. I got real nice on the turntables, better than I was before. And it's like I looked up and was like, oh, I can actually DJ a set now. Like I'm all right. You know, I'm learning new instruments as far as the TC Helicon. I consider that an instrument. All the while trying to put out, you know, a very significant album of my career. It was a lot going on, and I'm usually used to a lot going on, but that was a lot of emotional and creative stuff going on. Usually I'm just hustling and bustling and just overwhelmed with that movement and time management. This wasn't really a time management thing. It was just like this year was an emotional and creatively taxing revelation that I needed to overcome. So yeah, back in therapy, you know, talk to my parents a little bit more, reconnected with some good friends, really got a good relationship and expanded with Digga and Fonte, and it was just a roller coaster of a year, and so many things have happened from Tiny Desk to the album to the Sesame Street shit and other videos coming out. It doesn't feel like all those things happen because it's police brutality and protest and election and coronavirus, and it's just so much. It feels like it's been 4 years. It feels like 4 years has happened in 8 months. So I just really I got, it was eye opening to how resilient I am and can be, with the resources that I'm giving and curveballs and how to maneuver around them. So yeah, what a time.
I love it. This year been a blessing to me. As funny as it may sound, or as weird as it may sound, um, if we didn't have this year, we wouldn't have this conversation. You know, you would have been on the hustle bustle somewhere, flying, doing touring, boom, boom, boom. You understand what I'm saying? So
I
to take
live.
a moment from your time to tell you, you know, how much we appreciate you as an artist and the multi-dimensional facets that you provide to this art form, and for our future generations that are looking, to think, okay, I have to do this in order to do this. You created and carved a new space, for adaptability, for people to actually see. So, you know,
Right.
um, let's get to your website real quick before you go, so you can let everybody know to get merch tastic. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, the
And if you
merch.
have a some words of encouragement for the fam out here, we would appreciate them. How to get you, how to book you. I know you featuring, you know what I'm saying?
No, I'm
All
not.
that. No?
No, I'm not. I'm not doing no features right now. I'm trying to
Okay.
I'm trying to get back to myself. This was a very exhausting year. So I'm not on hustle bustle mode, hopping on everybody's project. So I'm not right now. Right now, I'm getting back to
I
me. It's been
stand
a lot.
corrected.
It's been a lot.
I stand corrected.
But you can support me. You can support me by getting some merch. I'm really trying to sell these vinyl. Like, I'm only pressing out 200 copies, and that's it. So, um, if it's very rare, a rare. This is a big project. So if you want to get your hands on a copy, free shipping for the moment, for the time being. And I got CDs and shirts, and I got this crew neck that's on the website as well. So yeah, have at it. Just wanted to give the fans some things that they can cherish, you know, cherish for the moment. You can find me everywhere on social at Lyric Jones. And my email is barsonlyentertainment@gmail.com. Um, yeah, that's pretty much the get down. Yep, that's the website. All the things.
I'm gonna get me a hoodie. I'm gonna get me a sweater. You understand what I'm saying? I'm getting a shirt. All
Yo,
that. Be like, I
this
know her.
these champion crew necks came out pretty good. Like the material, the way they printed it, like it came out really fresh. So I definitely recommend the hoodie and crew necks. The t-shirts, they look good. It's just like I really like how these came out.
Mm.
So yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate you reaching out and promoting the album and the website.
All love. All love. I'm a fan.
Thank you.
So, final thoughts, shout outs, acknowledgments, anything like that. One more time before we go.
Nope, I pretty much did all that. Again, shouts out to Fonte and everybody that was a part of the Closer Than They Appear album. Thank you for being a part of this moment, and I hope you enjoy and run the numbers up. Tell a friend.
All right. Well, rest of your day. This is break it down however you need to do it for your promotion.
Say that again. I'm sorry, you're breaking up.
I said This is yours to keep. This interview, you can take it, use it, chop it up, however you see fit.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much. All right, Knowledge. Thank
All
you.
right, peace.
Take care.